Every generation of enthusiasts shares one question. What happens when the feeling of driving starts to fade away? Not because we stop caring, but because technology redefines what cars can be. As electric platforms rise, performance is measured less by sound and sensation, and more by silent acceleration and data. Yet, somewhere between nostalgia and innovation, there remains one final expression of mechanical purity. A reminder of how thrilling imperfection can be. It is a machine born from precision but built to stir emotion. A symbol of rebellion wrapped in modern engineering. This story is about passion refined, heritage reclaimed, and performance reimagined for the modern age. If you have ever wondered what the last true sports car might look like before the silence takes over, stay tuned. Like, subscribe, and tell us which legend you want to see covered next. The 2025 Toyota GR Supra enters a world where performance cars are becoming quieter, cleaner, and smarter, but also less human. It arrives not as a nostalgia piece, but as a deliberate stand against the idea that digital perfection must replace analog soul. From its first ignition, the Supra signals intent. It is not built to chase trends, but to celebrate something far older and more emotional. The very name Supra carries decades of weight. It recalls an era when Japan's automakers built icons that could rival anything from Europe or America, blending precision engineering with fearless spirit. Toyota's decision to keep that legacy alive in 2025 says something rare about its philosophy. That progress should not mean forgetting what once made us fall in love with driving. The foundation of this car starts with a platform co-developed for balance and purity. The chassis geometry prioritizes driver feel over comfort, with near-perfect weight distribution and a center of gravity set unervingly low. The 3.0-liter inline-six engine is a mechanical statement in itself. Twin-scroll turbocharged, tuned for linear power, and capable of producing a deep, authentic growl that cuts through the current wave of silent efficiency. Toyota's engineers resisted the temptation to over-digitize the powertrain. Instead, they refined the throttle mapping and stability control to respond with precision but never dull the thrill. The result is a car that feels alive, even before it moves. Inside, the 2025 GR Supra remains unapologetically focused. The cockpit is intimate and low, evoking a fighter jet more than a modern commuter. Switchgear is deliberate, with tactile clicks that reinforce mechanical engagement rather than digital detachment. The driving position forces attention. The long hood ahead, the short wheelbase beneath, and the quick steering ratio all combine to make the driver the focal point. Unlike many modern interiors filled with touchscreens and driver aids, the Supra's minimalism speaks volumes. It is not here to isolate, but to connect. Toyota did not revive the Supra name to compete on paper. Acceleration times and lap records are secondary. Emotion takes the lead. Each gear change in the 6-speed manual feels like a declaration of independence. It is a rare thing now, the act of shifting by hand, and Toyota ensured it would be done right. The clutch engagement is intuitive but demands attention. The shifter's travel is short, firm, and satisfying. There are faster ways to move from one gear to the next, but none that offer the same rhythm. It is not about speed alone. It is about the ritual that defines true driving. Beyond the powertrain, Toyota paid close attention to the Supra's handling character. The suspension tuning balances aggression with precision. Adaptive dampers read the road in milliseconds, yet never erase its texture. The steering, electrically assisted but finely calibrated, communicates subtle shifts in grip that many cars now mute. The result is a feedback loop between driver and machine that feels organic. Every corner becomes a conversation. Every braking zone, a negotiation of trust. This sense of dialogue is what makes the Supra feel alive, even at ordinary speeds. The 2025 GR Supra is also a reminder that performance does not have to be excessive to be engaging. Its size remains compact, its weight restrained, its power usable. Toyota focused on balance rather than brute force. It is a car designed to be mastered, not merely managed. This philosophy is increasingly rare in a market where even entry-level sports cars chase power numbers that exceed most drivers' abilities. The Supra, instead, rewards finesse. It teaches drivers how to extract joy from precision rather than chaos. Much of this philosophy can be traced back to the earliest Supras, machines that valued proportion, response, and engagement over raw output. The modern interpretation honors that DNA while embracing the materials and methods of 2025. Aluminum and composite panels keep it light. aerodynamic refinement ensures stability at speed without theatrical spoilers. Underneath, an electronically controlled differential manages torque with near telepathic speed, maximizing grip without eliminating playfulness. It is a car that feels ready for the future yet deeply respectful of the past. There is also symbolism in its timing. As Toyota expands its electric and hybrid lineup, the Supra serves as a counterbalance. A reminder that technology should enhance emotion, not erase it. The company's global president has often emphasized balance between environmental responsibility and the preservation of driving culture. The Supra embodies that balance better than any other model in the lineup. It is not an act of rebellion against progress, but a declaration that progress must include passion. For enthusiasts, the Supra's existence means more than numbers or badges. It stands as proof that a large manufacturer still believes in the art of driving for its own sake. In a marketplace defined by automation, this car insists that human skill still matters. It demands attention, rewards practice, and forgives little. That honesty defines its character. When you drive it well, it feels like an extension of your will. When you make a mistake, it reminds you that mastery takes time. This honesty is what separates it from nearly everything else built in its era. In the landscape of performance cars in 2025, this is not the fastest, nor the most powerful, nor the most technologically advanced. But it may be the most human. The Toyota GR Supra carries a spirit that technology cannot replicate. An energy that flows not from screens or software, but from the mechanical harmony between driver and machine. It is a celebration of imperfection in an age obsessed with precision. And that is exactly why it matters. The 2025 Toyota GR Supra is not simply a continuation of a name. It is a distillation of every lesson Toyota has learned about balance, proportion, and emotion in motion. Its creation is as much an engineering exercise as it is a philosophical statement. In a decade defined by rapid electrification, Toyota's decision to craft such a car reveals an internal dialogue between future planning and heritage preservation. The Supra exists because Toyota understands that even as technology evolves, emotion remains the currency of performance. When engineers began shaping the 2025 GR Supra, they focused on maintaining a core principle. That power means little without control. Every component was chosen with that relationship in mind. The engine, a 3.0-liter inline-six, is not the most efficient power unit Toyota has ever built, but it might be its most characterful. Its torque curve is deliberately progressive, not instantaneous, allowing the driver to feel the rise in power as revs climb. The throttle mapping was tuned to deliver clarity. Small inputs yield nuanced responses, rewarding precision rather than impulse. This design philosophy reflects Toyota's commitment to crafting machines that engage rather than overwhelm. The car's suspension geometry deserves particular attention. Engineers applied what they learned from Toyota's racing programs to calibrate the adaptive dampers for real-world versatility. The setup changes personality depending on drive mode, but the baseline remains focused and communicative. Even in its softest setting, the Supra retains body control that encourages cornering confidence. In its most aggressive mode, it feels taut and athletic without punishing the driver. The duality is essential. This is a car meant for both road and track, yet it never feels like a compromise. It breathes with the driver rather than battling against them. Steering precision has long defined how a driver connects to a car's character, and the Supra continues that lineage. The rack's ratio is quick, but not twitchy. The assistance is subtle, offering feedback rather than resistance. On winding roads, the steering communicates the road surface in real time, letting the driver sense grip changes before they happen. This transparency builds trust. It transforms spirited driving into an act of intuition. In an age when many cars filter sensations through software, Toyota's mechanical honesty feels almost radical. Inside, the 2025 Toyota GR Supra balances modern design with purposeful simplicity. The driver's seat is positioned low and centered, aligning with the car's near-perfect weight distribution. Instrumentation focuses on clarity. Analog-style gauges coexist with digital precision, ensuring vital information is immediate without distraction. Materials follow a tactile logic. Leather where it matters, metal where touch communicates strength, and minimal decorative excess. Toyota's goal was to create an interior that enhances focus rather than flaunts luxury. The result is an environment where every control reinforces the bond between driver and machine. Technology does exist here, but it serves as an assistant, not a substitute. The infotainment system provides navigation and connectivity, but its layout avoids dominance. Advanced safety systems such as adaptive cruise control and collision avoidance are present, yet they remain unobtrusive, disengaging completely when the driver takes full control. Toyota understands that safety and freedom can coexist, provided the technology knows when to step back. On the road, the Supra's personality unfolds gradually. Initial impressions focus on its agility. The car pivots through corners with immediacy, reacting to the lightest steering input. As confidence builds, its deeper character emerges. The chassis communicates through subtle movements. Body roll is minimal but deliberate, allowing the driver to sense balance through motion. Braking performance is equally tuned for feel rather than spectacle. The pedal travel is short and firm, making modulation intuitive. This consistency builds rhythm. Each corner becomes a sequence of controlled inputs, each straight an opportunity to reset and refocus. At higher speeds, the Supra's aerodynamics reveal their intent. The car's form is sculpted not for visual drama, but for stability. Air channels through the front bumper, along the hood, and over the roof with purpose. Small details, like the integrated ducktail at the rear, add downforce without aesthetic clutter. Underbody panels smooth airflow, reducing drag while cooling essential components. The result is a car that remains composed at velocities where lesser designs would begin to feel uncertain. The Supra's sense of balance also extends to its sound. Unlike many performance cars that rely on artificial noise pumped through speakers, Toyota retained authenticity. The exhaust note develops naturally, rising from a subdued burble at idle to a rich resonance near redline. It is not deafening or theatrical. It is confident. Each upshift punctuates the rhythm. Each downshift triggers a satisfying bark. The sound becomes part of the feedback loop, guiding the driver's timing and awareness. What truly defines the 2025 GR Supra, however, is how it treats the driver. It neither flatters nor intimidates. It expects engagement and rewards precision. Every mistake teaches something about physics, traction, or patience. This honesty is increasingly rare in a world where performance cars often isolate their drivers from consequence. The Supra does not aim to make everyone feel like a professional racer. It aims to make every driver feel present. That presence translates to how it behaves under real-world conditions. On highways, the Supra remains composed and comfortable, with enough compliance to make long journeys enjoyable. Yet even in calm cruising, there is always an undercurrent of readiness, as if the car is waiting for an open stretch to show its potential. On mountain roads, it transforms. Grip, balance, and throttle response merge into a singular rhythm. It feels less like a product and more like a companion, one that reacts instinctively to every decision. The development of the 2025 GR Supra also highlights Toyota's broader cultural mindset. While other manufacturers rush to redefine performance under electric paradigms, Toyota remains cautious but intentional. The company recognizes the inevitability of electrification, yet insists that transition should not erase history. The Supra embodies that philosophy in tangible form. It is both a closing chapter and a reference point for whatever comes next. For engineers, it represents mastery of the combustion platform. For enthusiasts, it is a symbol that emotion still matters. In many ways, the Supra's impact extends beyond performance. It challenges the narrative that sustainability and sensation are mutually exclusive. By building a car that respects both, Toyota positions itself as a guardian of driving culture even as it pioneers alternative propulsion. The Supra is not a rejection of the future. It is a preservation of feeling before the shift becomes permanent. Its message is clear. Progress without emotion is incomplete. The 2025 Toyota GR Supra stands at the intersection of technology and tradition, a rare example of restraint in an industry that often confuses innovation with complexity. Every choice, from engine calibration to steering feedback, was made to preserve engagement. The 2025 Toyota GR Supra represents more than a return to form. It is a deliberate challenge to the automotive industry's assumptions about what defines progress. In a time when software defines behavior and electric motors dominate headlines, the Supra dares to be mechanical, analog, and human. That defiance carries weight because it is rooted in experience. Toyota has built hybrids and fuel cells for decades. It knows efficiency. Yet it still invests in a car that celebrates inefficiency in the best possible way, converting fuel into feeling. Driving the 2025 Toyota GR Supra is an act of rediscovery. Each corner reveals the discipline of balance that Toyota engineers have perfected over generations. The suspension calibration, steering precision, and throttle response create a seamless harmony between car and driver. What makes it remarkable is not any single figure, but the unity of all components working toward one purpose: to keep the driver engaged. This holistic approach defines Toyota's design culture. Every part serves both function and emotion. Under sustained driving, the Supra reveals subtle layers of behavior. It remains stable under heavy braking, thanks to chassis rigidity that prevents unwanted flex. The electronic differential manages torque distribution so fluidly that transitions between grip and slip feel natural, not abrupt. The car's communication under pressure is what separates it from digital performance machines that rely solely on algorithms. The Supra trusts its driver to interpret cues, rather than insulating them from risk. This dynamic makes it more than a vehicle. It becomes a mentor, teaching control and confidence through motion. At the heart of the 2025 Toyota GR Supra's allure lies its balance between heritage and modernity. The proportions evoke the classic long hood, short deck silhouette that defined its predecessors. Yet every surface has been sculpted with aerodynamics in mind. The narrow headlights, muscular haunches, and integrated rear spoiler are not nostalgic flourishes. They are performance-driven shapes refined through wind tunnel testing. Even the underbody, invisible to most owners, reflects meticulous craftsmanship aimed at stability and cooling efficiency. The beauty of the Supra lies in its purpose. Nothing is decorative without reason. Inside the cabin, that same principle applies. The driving position is nearly perfect, aligning body and machine in a posture built for control. The 12-speaker sound system, while impressive, plays a supporting role. The real music comes from the inline-six. Toyota made sure the interior isolates noise where it should and amplifies feedback where it matters. It feels focused but never sterile, ergonomic yet emotional. Every surface invites interaction. Every input provides reward. The 2025 GR Supra's manual transmission option embodies Toyota's most daring decision. In an era of rapid-shifting automatics and paddle-controlled gearboxes, including a manual might seem regressive. But this choice reflects faith in the enthusiast community. Toyota knew a portion of drivers still crave involvement beyond acceleration numbers. The manual transmission turns driving into a conversation rather than a command. Each gear shift demands rhythm, timing, and understanding. It transforms routine commutes into moments of artistry. In doing so, it reinforces Toyota's belief that engagement can coexist with innovation. While some manufacturers view combustion as obsolete, Toyota treats it as unfinished business. The 2025 GR Supra refines what internal combustion can be at its peak: efficient, responsive, and emotionally captivating. Its emissions compliance meets modern regulations, but its philosophy resists emotional sterilization. By making a sports car that honors mechanical purity without ignoring environmental responsibility, Toyota sets a precedent. It proves that passion and sustainability do not have to exist on opposite sides of the spectrum. The Supra's handling character deepens this message. In skilled hands, it reveals precision rarely found outside high-end exotics. Weight transfer through transitions feels intuitive. The car communicates weight, grip, and inertia with clarity. On tight switchbacks, the steering's accuracy allows confident placement. On open straights, stability inspires calm focus. Yet even in urban traffic, the Supra maintains personality. Its responsiveness makes everyday driving more engaging without compromising comfort. Toyota's engineering discipline ensures that enthusiasm remains accessible, not exclusive. Cultural impact also plays a role in the Supra's identity. Few cars achieve the blend of global recognition and genuine respect the Supra enjoys. Its history spans street culture, motorsports, and cinema. But its true legacy comes from how it inspired individuals to care about driving. The 2025 model continues that influence by showing younger audiences that authenticity still exists in a digital world. It is not about rebellion for its own sake. It is about proving that feeling still matters. Toyota's broader strategy gives the Supra further meaning. The company is investing heavily in electrified platforms, hydrogen propulsion, and next-generation mobility services. Yet it still builds this car, seemingly against its own economic logic. That contradiction is intentional. The Supra reminds both engineers and customers why Toyota began making cars in the first place: to move people physically and emotionally. It serves as an anchor in an era of transition, ensuring that the company's future innovations retain soul. The Supra's refinement is evident in details easily overlooked. Pedal spacing allows precise heel and toe shifts. The seat bolstering strikes the right balance between support and comfort. Even the digital display avoids clutter, highlighting speed, revs, and gear position above all else. Toyota's engineers call this necessary simplicity, removing distractions so the driver can focus on mastery. This minimalist approach separates the Supra from tech-heavy competitors that rely on endless customization menus to simulate personality. The Supra does not simulate. It simply is. In the context of 2025, the Supra stands as a turning point. The industry's transition toward electrification is irreversible, and Toyota knows this. But the Supra ensures that combustion's farewell will not be silent or forgotten. It represents the perfection of an art form reaching its conclusion. When the world moves fully to electric propulsion, this car will be remembered as one of the last to celebrate energy through vibration, gear engagement, and auditory feedback. It will remain a benchmark for how connection feels when technology serves rather than dominates. Ultimately, the 2025 Toyota GR Supra is about meaning. It is proof that machines can still be crafted with empathy, that engineering can express personality. It is both a farewell and a lesson, a reminder that passion built the industry long before automation refined it. The Supra may not change the future, but it ensures the past remains part of it. Its legacy will not depend on sales figures or lap times, but on the emotional memories it creates for those who understand what driving truly means. The 2025 Toyota GR Supra concludes more than a design cycle. It concludes a philosophy of driving that has defined generations. In this era, every automaker faces the same reality. Transformation is no longer optional. Electrification, automation, and digital ecosystems are rewriting the rules of mobility. Yet amid that transformation, the Supra endures as proof that the human element cannot be replaced by circuitry or code. The experience it offers is more than mechanical. It is emotional continuity. It links the past, present, and future in one seamless line of motion. By 2025, the Supra stands as the last car in Toyota's lineup that prioritizes engagement over efficiency. This is not because Toyota ignores progress. It is because progress without passion becomes hollow. Every inch of the Supra communicates resistance to anonymity. Its existence tells a story of engineers who refuse to let algorithms define joy. When the ignition fires, when gears mesh, when tires grip, the Supra becomes a declaration that driving still has meaning. In that sound, in that motion, is a farewell to something irreplaceable. The car's greatest achievement is balance. Not in performance numbers, but in philosophy. It bridges two worlds that seem incompatible: mechanical authenticity and modern compliance. It proves that even as propulsion changes, the essence of control and feedback can remain. The Supra reminds us that motion should not only move us physically, but emotionally. Every time its rear wheels trace a curve or its engine note climbs through the revs, it reminds the driver of what technology must never forget: that exhilaration cannot be downloaded. For Toyota, the Supra's impact extends far beyond showrooms. It influences design language, driver-focused ergonomics, and engineering priorities across the company's future vehicles. Lessons learned from its dynamics inform how Toyota develops electric sports platforms. The car becomes a teacher for what feeling must be preserved when silence replaces sound. That makes it both the end of one era and the foundation for the next. Its spirit will live on, not through imitation, but through philosophy. To enthusiasts, the Supra represents permission to feel. It validates every driver who believes cars can still inspire artistry and patience. It stands for more than horsepower. It stands for effort, connection, and reward. It reminds us that control is beautiful, and imperfection is human. When the roads of the future fill with quiet efficiency, the memory of this machine will linger, not as a relic, but as a benchmark for soul. In the end, the 2025 Toyota GR Supra defines itself not by resistance to change, but by the grace of its farewell. It does not beg for nostalgia. It earns reverence. It closes one of the most celebrated chapters in automotive history with precision, honesty, and humility. Whether you view it as the last pure sports car or the first modern classic, one truth remains. It embodies everything driving was meant to be. And as the world moves forward, it leaves behind a challenge: to build the future with as much heart as this machine carried in its final roar.